Hey everybody, my name is Rumi. Today I want to talk about the Keys to Go keyboard from Logitech along with the 2018 iPad Pro. Now I had a lot of trouble finding the perfect keyboard to go along with this iPad. And my trouble was that these keyboards were really plasticky, they looked weird, they seemed thick, they didn't seem very intuitive, and I just didn't like the way they were playing out to be. They didn't seem like I would enjoy using them. So I set out to find the perfect one. So I'm gonna talk about key travel, I'm gonna talk about waterproofing, how to connect it to your iPad, and I'm just gonna talk about basic usability. Is it comfortable? Is it easy to use? Is it easy to throw in a bag and travel with? Do I feel safe with it? It's not gonna break. I opened the iPad with a press of the button, and that was awesome, super easy, works like any other keyboard would, like the Smart Keyboard or the Apple Magic Keyboard. That was really nice and I was pleased to find out about that. Now, to connect it to your iPad, you saw that I just flipped the switch. There's a little switch right here, right next to the micro USB port, and when you're ready, you flip that switch and it should be ready to go. Let's open something up. And now it's ready to go. When you first pair it, you probably will have to go into settings and pair it with Bluetooth, but every time after that, it'll do what it just did. You saw that, I flipped the switch. It's like Barbie typing. You can see that that was completely ready to go, no problem. And if the keyboard ever shuts down, if it disconnects from the iPad, you can hit this little Bluetooth button right up here, super easy, and it'll automatically connect to it. These buttons up here are awesome. You have a little home button, a multitasking button, a search button, and all sorts of little buttons that are iOS related. That will make it super easy for you to navigate your iPad, especially from a slight distance. Now I would say a slight distance because you're still gonna have to touch the iPad itself to navigate. Still waiting for a mouse to come to the iPad. However, we make do with this little home button and we're very happy with that. Now if you do want the virtual keyboard, there's a button for that. Keyboard? No keyboard. As far as key travel, it is shallow AF. I really just have to say that it's very shallow and almost to the point of not being completely comfortable or tactile. It just kind of feels like I'm pressing on a raised board, which that's what keyboards are. I know that. But the thing is that it feels just too flat. I would have liked some buttons that are slightly more raised, like the Smart Keyboard that the iPad can go with. I thought that that key travel was really nice, the way you could really press down on them, more so than this, along with the bigger size. Now, is this cramped for me? The truth is, it was at the beginning, and it's not so much now. I have adjusted to it. I have gotten used to using the smaller keyboard, and I'm okay with it. Now, I would still prefer a bigger keyboard if Keys to Go came out in a bigger size, maybe just bumped out like half an inch on each side. I would be very happy with that. There'd be no complaints on size. Pros are that super easy, super light. I already put stickers on it because I was comfortable putting stickers on it, which is a good sign that it tells me I feel like it's durable. It's constructed very well. It stays together. I don't see any sort of weird bending or anything. Apple. It's made out of some polyurethane kind of thing, like the iPad cases are generally made out of, kind of a rubbery material. It's comfortable. I have to wonder, how similar is it to the Surface type cover that the Microsoft Surface Pro originally came out with? Because people didn't like that one. Okay. Now, one of my favorite parts of using this keyboard is editing on the iPad. I know that this won't apply to most people, so I'll make it quick. You can absolutely use shortcuts, and I will just show you a quick example. Command B button for cut, super easy, works like a charm, and it's actually faster than the Apple Magic Keyboard. Now, what I don't like about it, the key travel is not great. It is not backlit. This is the only light on it, and I really just would have preferred this light to be moved over to the caps lock button, purely for the sake of using it for caps lock, and because why not? To me it makes sense, I don't know. Other than that, it's really comfortable to use in your hand, on your lap, and it works essentially the same way that the Magic Keyboard does, in the way that you just flip the switch and you're good to go, along with some charging. Now, this keyboard will stay charged for 3 months, and that's one of the longer battery lives that you can find in a keyboard. That's just magic to me. That's a magic keyboard right there. It's waterproof, it's tiny, I can throw it at a wall and it'll be fine. Again, won't do that. I'd say it's a really nice keyboard. I'd give this a 7 or 8 out of 10 due to the key travel, but due to its travelability. It's like happiness level of when I use it. It just feels good to use and it's much more user-friendly and comfortable. And along those lines, I wanted to pair this iPad with a keyboard, and I didn't like the smart keyboard. I saw it and I thought, that does not cover the sides at all. It's very thin. I see people's are bending in this case. Look at Apple World. His iPad was bending. I believe it was in the smart keyboard case, and that was disappointing to me. I wanted to put a nice case with a nice keyboard and get the best of both worlds. Maybe one is detached from the other. I'm okay with that. So I paired it with the Zugu Muse case. I did a review of that on my channel. I will leave a link to that in the description and you can find that very easily with a quick click. Now stick around because I want to talk about where you can use it and how comfortable it is to use on your lap and such. I've used this keyboard on desks, on tables, on my lap, in bed, on the couch, all over the place because I do like to edit with LumaFusion. I think it's just an awesome app, but also just because this keyboard feels okay on my lap. I'm not bothered by it. Now I do worry a bit about wear and tear. I think that this might get scuffed up a bit. It might scratch a bit. It might become a little bit raw on the edges. So, okay everybody, thank you so much for choosing this video. Please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and the bell so that you know when I post new videos. I really appreciate you watching this and I hope you enjoyed it. If there's something that I could improve on, please let me know in the comments and I would love to respond to you. Please have an awesome day. I will see you soon.